Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to another episode of the CheckDown. I'm your host, Smitty. I'm here with my co-host, J Mick. What's good, J Mick?
Not much, man. We just here right before the new year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, man, it's gonna be a lot of good football this weekend, man. We got a little college football today. Got a little NFL today. It's gonna get interesting, man. We're gonna see some things.
Yeah,
Some people lives on the line this weekend, J Mick.
yeah. I'm not one of them people, so I get to sit back and just relax and watch the good football, pretty much.
Yeah, man. So what's our college football for today, man? Give me the first game of the day, man.
Man, first game of the day is at noon. It's Ole Miss versus Penn State in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Uh, Penn State's favored by 4.5, and the over and the under is 51.5.
I mean, Penn State is a pretty good team, man. They've been playing some good football this year. Ole Miss got some good games on their belt, though. I mean, it's SEC. I mean, SEC football usually reigns supreme. You said what's the plus? What's the plus
Uh,
minus?
Plus mine, Penn State's minus 4.5, and
Mm,
the over under is 51.5.
and I'm gonna go against the grain today, man. I think I like Ole Miss money line, man.
For me, man, I've been running with this SEC versus Big Ten agenda. I've been running with this agenda for 2 weeks. I had picked Missouri last night to beat Ohio State, and they did that. So I'm gonna do the same, man. Like my team is Georgia, so I'm gonna go Ole Miss. Definitely not. I'll definitely take Ole Miss with the money line. And I just think the game can go over. I know Penn State got a good defense, but Ole Miss's offense, if they get a couple first downs on you, they're going, because their style of offense is like a hurry up style offense all the time. So they get that first down, they're gonna tire your defense out, and I just think that's what's gonna happen in this game. So give me Ole Miss, and give me the
Yeah, I
over and the
think
under because, like I said, Ole Miss defense not that good. So
yeah, I like the over too, man. I don't know. This game could be interesting though, man. It's been a battle between SEC. You know what I'm saying? In the Big Ten, it's been a standoff. So I would like to see some good football. That's gonna be a good game to watch. What's
y-
what?
yeah, like the only thing I say, like if you're gonna do player props, the Ole Miss quarterback Dart. He's gonna get an anytime touchdown. Like he does. Like they like to do a lot of read out. Like read option and all that. So I think he's definitely going to throw for some touchdowns, but I think he's going to run into the end zone too. Like he's going to be definitely good for that.
All right. Well, y'all got it, man. What's the next game on the slate?
Next game on the slate is the big game at 4 p.m. today. It's probably was supposed to be the best game of the day. It's the Orange Bowl. It's the number 16 in the country, Georgia, versus number 5 team in the country, Florida State. UGA is 3 touchdown favorites. The over the under is 45.5. Um, and just for the public, man, the reason why the line's so high, man, Florida State not is not fielding a lot of players in this game. They're really not. Like quarterback obviously out. Two of their wide receivers are out. So yeah,
I mean, Trees, I see you say you like Florida State today, but if half my team didn't sit out, I might would give us more of a chance to win this game. But today, Florida State gonna need some luck. We're gonna need some things to really work his way out. We're gonna need these young guys to kind of step up and insert themselves into the game plan and somehow make it happen. But if you asking me outright if I thought we gonna win the game today with all the people we got not playing, probably not, man. I mean, Georgia probably deserved to be 3 touchdown favorites with all the people we decided not to play. So I don't even know. I don't even really know if you should take any props for Florida State. Just seeing that so many guys that are gonna probably get some of their first minutes today playing football uh on the biggest stage, if you want to call it a bowl game. Um, I really don't know, man. It's gonna be a difficult one, Jamie. Give me give me Georgia, man. Shit, I hate to say it. If you want to take Florida State plus the 3 touchdowns, then maybe. I mean, what the line is like 19 and a half, 20 and a half, something like that.
Nah, the line's 21 now. The line opened up 19 when the bowl game came out, but it's gone up 2 points since then.
I mean, if you want to be risky, I mean, I know the points probably favor. It's probably plus money. Take Florida State. So I mean, if you want to take the plus 21, you can. But I would not take Florida State money line at all. Get you some help.
I mean, the only thing I say with that game is like Georgia sometimes like I mean haven't covered the spreads a lot this year, but the thing is what I've been hearing from some of my fellow like Georgia fans, I mean people that are really I mean connected with the team is like the team is motivated for this game because they feel as if they should be in the college football playoff because they only lost one game. So if you're betting the game, keep that in mind. I mean, like Georgia might really want to prove a point here. Um, so it's just kind of tough on me either way. So I mean, if you're betting, just let me be careful. I mean, I probably just take like Georgia minus the 14 instead of the 21.
I ain't gonna lie. I can't bet against my team, J Mix, so I'm probably not gonna touch the game to be honest. Just to be honest. I don't believe my team gonna win, so I probably wouldn't bet with my team today. I'm not that much of a homer, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna stick my money out there for free. But yeah, Patrice, that's my team, win, lose, or draw. But I know
I
when
mean,
we
it's
gonna
just,
win, I know when we gonna lose too.
I mean, it's just tough though because it's like you in a situation where you got a lot of opt outs. I mean, I mean, the quarterback hurt. Your two top wide receivers, Johnny Wilson and Keon Coleman, they ain't playing. Verse on the defense ain't playing, and I think some people in your at your linebacker core and your secondary not playing. So I just think I
We
mean,
got
if
like
you a
9
fan,
people that opted out, bro. Like
yeah,
9
that's what I'm
people.
saying. So like if what I'm saying, like I mean, if you're a fan of the team, I get it, but it's just tough to be able to bet on that. Like
It's people
you
you gonna
know,
see play today you didn't see play one time all year. And that's real
yeah, I mean,
facts.
yeah, I mean, pretty much. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's just, I mean, it's just kind of hard to bet with your team when you know the whole team ain't gonna be there. And I mean,
Facts.
Georgia ain't no bum team either. So I mean, I mean, it's just gonna be a tough one.
All right, so what we got next, man? What we got on the slate for the next game? I know we're not doing Auburn, Maryland, is we? That's gonna be a dragger. I'm trying to find out what's the next game. Is that the last one for the college football today? What the hell happened to J-Mick? J-Mick, what's the next game for today, bro? Or was that the last college game?
Uh, the, that's the last college game. Someone I got kicked, but so I mean, we moving on to the NFL. Moving on to the Lions and the Cowboys game tonight. Cowboys is favored by 6, and the over under is 52.5.
I'm at a crossroads with this one, right? Because both losing or both winning, either or, one of them benefits me, right? Because if
I
the
mean,
Cowboys lose today, I clinch the NFC East. I live another week to play for the 2 or 1 seed. Um, but if the Cowboys lose today, the Cowboys win today, I'm in a position that next week I'll just be playing for the NFC East because I'll have a 2 game lead on Detroit for the number 2 seed.
I think if you're an Eagles fan, like you can't lose. I mean, whether you know what I'm saying. I mean, like
I don't know what happened. Um, yeah, but me being it, yeah, you there? Oh, there go Jamie. I don't know what happened. All right, yeah, because I mean, yeah, you can't win, you can't lose here in this situation. It's a win-win for me. But I think y'all down there, y'all crazy, man. They picked the Lions, man. I don't know. I hate ever picking the Cowboys. So yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Lions today, man. I think I'd rather play for the 2 seed next week than play for the NFC East. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather lock the NFC East up today. Give me the if you want some props, take CD Lamb, 50 yards. Give me Mom Ross St. Brown for 50 yards. Give me Gibbs anytime touchdown. Um, give me rush yards. I mean, to good. I don't know how it's working out, but I'm sure we should be able to come out with a win. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can even put the Cowboys to win. Um, both of them fighting for their life. You know, both of them fighting for something. They both got something to prove. It should be a good game. No lie. But we'll play for next man. The next game. I don't know if I can. Jamie, you good? Did I go out, Lil? Oh. Yo, Jamie. Can you hear? I'm trying to get us to the next game, man. I don't know what's going on today. It's a rough one. Apologize for this. That's good, John. That's good.
Okay, so and can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, we back. We back.
Okay. Yeah,
We
I'm not
back.
sure what
We
happened,
back.
but
My bad, y'all, for the delay, man.
yeah, sorry about that. So getting back to it, like for the Eagles in this game, the implications of this game, it's like I think it doesn't matter what team wins, you're gonna have to play your game next week regardless. Because I mean, like you said, like if the Cowboys lose and you win, then you lock up your division, but you're still fighting for the 2 seed. But if the Cowboys win and the Lions lose, you still gotta, win out to like to clinch your division. So I mean, I don't. There's no way that y'all aren't resting y'all starters next week. Like I don't. There's no situation
Nah,
for
but
that.
I don't think we rest them at all. But I think you play with different implications, Jay Nick. If you playing and you guarantee the division, you play a little different against it. Next week when you playing the Giants, you go in with a little different. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you playing for the division, you got to go in and you got to fight for your home playoff game. It's a little bit different on the line. You feel me?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like I guess the point I'm trying to make is, regardless, you're gonna play your guys next week. It's just what you fighting for. You're gonna be
Yeah,
fighting for the
100%.
2 seed, or you're gonna be fighting for the division. It's one of the two. Um. So, but I mean, this is what it is. I mean, the way I look at the game is, I just think the Cowboys gonna win, man. Because when I was looking at the game during the week, the Cowboys splits at home or versus the road are very different. They play a lot better at home than they do on the road. This game is in Dallas. It's a Saturday night game, so I mean, so it's a big game. I mean, like the dome is going to be jumping up in there. And the Cowboys ain't played well their last 2 weeks. Like they they played like doo doo against the Bills in Buffalo, and Miami. They didn't really play that well. I mean, they could have won the game, but they didn't. If you watch the game, they didn't really play that well either. So I just think it's a game. I'm not betting them -6 though. Like, give me Dallas money line. And I think it's gonna be a shootout, man. Like the over under is like, what was it, like 52.5? I'm definitely taking the over on that. Like, I think it's gonna be a lot of touchdowns. I think uh golf and Dak are gonna both throw for well over 250, and I think each of them gonna have 2 touchdowns. Um, and like I like CD for 100 in this game, and also like St. Brown for 100. And I like the 2 tight ends to get in the end zone, Ferguson and Laporta. So I mean, that's how I view the game.
Yeah, that's about what it's gonna look like. That's about it. I don't know who you said you took. You said you took Dallas.
Yeah, I'm taking Dallas money line. Like I don't know if they can win by a touchdown. I mean, like there's a chance that they could boat race the lines, but I think it's going to be more of a shootout, and the defenses really aren't stopping each other. And I think it's going to come down to who has the ball last. And I think, Dak is going to drive them down for like a game-winning drive, whether that's a touchdown or a field goal, or I mean, whatever it is. And I think that's how they're going to win. Like I don't see it. I think the Lions are playing too well for them to get blown out by like two or three scores. Like I don't like I don't see that, and then I also don't see the Lions going there and blowing out the Cowboys, because like I said, the Cowboys play much better at home. So I'm gonna take the Cowboys money line. I mean, if I'm really feeling a little I'm gonna say I really want to jump out on the porch, I might take Dallas -3, but that's all I'm willing to do. So
I understand that. That's, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna take the Lions though, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna take the Lions today, man. I think the Lions got something to prove too. So I feel like they're gonna come in and fight a little harder today than usual. Um, I don't know if they're gonna they kick you. What the heck? Bro, what's going on with this live stream today, bro? What's going on with this live stream today? It's kicking everybody out. I don't get it. I like the Lions today, man. I like the Lions today. Give me the Lions money line. I think they're gonna pull it off. They're gonna be the first ones to beat Dallas at home. Let's do it today. Let me get J Mate back in here. I don't know what's going on today, man. They
I
keep
mean, the
kicking
app
us,
must
man. I
not
don't know
like
what's
me.
going on today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it keep kicking me, but yeah, I mean, that's all I say about that game. I mean, we could pretty much move on to the next game. Oh, the only thing I tell people, if you're gonna run parlays, there's a lot of money to be made in this game. So whether you want to, I think there's gonna be a lot of touchdowns scored in this game. So you could do a touchdown parlay, or you could do a receiving yards parlay, or a rushing yards parlay, or you could just mix it all up together. I think there's a lot of money to be made on this game too. I'll say that.
Facts. All right. So what's
Uh,
the next one on the slate today, man?
uh, I guess we'll
Sunday.
go with the yeah. So the first Sunday game we'll go with. I mean, we'll go with the Patriots and the Bills. Uh, Bills is favored by 2 touchdowns, 14 points. Over under is 40 and a half. Um, so I mean, I can start because I mean my team and my game and I mean like my division. Um, so the first time around we beat the Bills in Foxborough was early in the season. That's before that was right after Milano had got hurt in that Jacksonville game, and like, they had a lot of injuries. Um, and Mac Jones had drove down in the fourth quarter on the last drive of the game and beat the Bills. So the Bills team is a whole different team. It's not even the same team anymore. So what I think is going to happen is it's just going to be more of like a revenge game. Like y'all hear me say all the time, I don't love these big lines. Um, but I think it's a little bit of revenge factor. And the Patriots have not won in Buffalo since Mac Jones' rookie year, and that like win Monday night game, um, where I mean Mac Jones only threw the ball 3 or 4 times or whatever it was. So I mean for me, like I'm gonna take the Bills minus the 14. I think the game is gonna be close in the first half, and then I think what's I mean gonna happen is that in the second half the Bills are gonna pull away and they're gonna end up winning by 14 points because I just think they have to have the game. I mean, like like they could still win the East and they could still get the 2 seed, but I mean they need the Ravens to beat the Dolphins, and then they need to go ahead and beat the Dolphins in the final week of the season in Miami. So that's just the way I'm looking at the game. From a prop standpoint, I do like the so something else to keep in mind: the Patriots have a really good run defense. I think it's the second best in the league against the run. But their secondary is vulnerable. I mean, they're missing a good amount of pieces in their secondary. Um, so that's just the way I see the game. I mean, like for me, I said this about the Denver game last week. Like to beat the Patriots, you're gonna have to throw on them. Like you're not gonna be able to try to run the ball 40, 45 times and like you're gonna win the game that way. I just don't see it that way. Um, so yeah, so I mean, so with that being said, I mean, give me Josh Allen for 250 yards. I think he throws for 2 touchdowns. I think he runs in for one. So she could take it for the anytime touchdown. I Kincaid's been hurt from what I understand. Like he's been playing a little bit hurt. He's not 100% healthy. Um, but I think he's gonna have a bounce back this week. So I mean, give me him for 40 yards. And then Stephon Diggs has not been his best season. Um, but the Patriots don't really have a corner that's going to be able to cover him. I would say. I mean, right now, to me, the best playing corner is Miles Bryant, who really is supposed to be our slot corner. So they're probably gonna try to put him on Diggs and see how that works. So I mean, I'm gonna take Diggs for 50 yards. I've been riding the Diggs anytime touchdown for a couple weeks. I think he's gonna get in this week with a touchdown. Um, and then a sleepy look. Like I'm not gonna bet on Gabe Davis. Like Gabe Davis is too inconsistent. He had a great game last week, which would tend to make me believe he's not gonna have a good game this week. So I'm gonna go with more with Shakir. I think Shakir is gonna get around 30, 40 yards. Probably on about 3 to 4 receptions. On the Patriots side, depending on who's there, I know Hunter Henry didn't practice the majority of the week. Um, so he wasn't there. So and I the people I would count on would be Zeke and Devontae Parker. I'll probably take Zeke for like 40 rushing yards and maybe like 25 receiving yards. I'm not confident in Devontae Parker at all. So and as far as the over under goes, over under is 40.5. Um, the Patriots games have been going over lately, so I'm gonna ride with the over. Um, the over under the last 2 weeks were under 40, and they easily surpassed those. So I'm gonna definitely go with that. Um,
Give me the Bills. The Patriots should be trying to lose this game. If they pull it off, I mean, it would be ridiculous for draft capital for a team that's not going to the playoffs. Um, but yeah, definitely give me Diggs. Give me him for 40 yards and a tutty. Give me Josh Allen passing yards. Give me James Cook 50 yards, and give me Shakir for give me him for 35 and I want to say he gonna get a tutty today. I want to say it, but yeah, you could
I
definitely give
mean,
me that.
they could. All right, so we can move on to the next game. Next game is the Falcons at the Bears. Bears are 3-point favorites, and the over under is 37.5.
Give me okay, this game right here could be interesting, right? Because no matter what, the Bears aren't playing for the number one draft pick. The Panthers are playing for their number one draft pick, so they can win this game. I think Justin Fields is able. He's able to beat the Falcons, man. Give me the Bears today. Give me Justin Fields anytime touchdown. Give me Bijan for give me him for give me him for 100 total all purpose yards. So if somehow you can get the rushing and receiving at 100 yards, give me him for 100 yards today. Give me DJ Moore for his receptions. And give me Kyle Pitts 5 yards.
Yeah, this for me is a hard game to pick, man, because I mean, I guess the Falcons aren't technically eliminated from the playoffs yet. There's a chance they can win the division. I mean, the right storm of things got to happen for that. I mean, because they 2 games behind the Bucks or whatever. Um, it's hard to pick, man. Like the Falcons, they won last week. The Bears won last week too. I think the Bears won last week. I mean, I think Justin Fields is playing for his job at this point. Because obviously the Panthers going to have the number one pick problem most likely. And Caleb Williams is sitting right there, and I mean, he's playing for his job. So just off the basis of that, man, give me Bears money line. I mean, what makes it hard is because like Taylor Heineke in situations like this, like Taylor Heineke can play well in situations like this, like situations where he's like the fill-in starter, like he doesn't have the job, but he's just filling in because Ritter just hasn't played that well. And these are the situations where Taylor Heineke can really, actually play well. But the Bears defense has been playing well over the last month or two. Um, so yeah, give me Bears money line, props in the game. Give me Bijan to get in the end zone. Um, Also, give me DJ Moore to get in the end zone, and give me Justin Fields to get 50 rushing yards. Uh,
Heard. Give
so I
me
mean, the next one is the Raiders at the Colts. Colts are favored by 3.5, and the over under in the game is 42.5.
I like the Colts today, man. To be honest, I mean I'm riding with the Colts today, man. The Raiders been hot. They've been playing some good football. They've been playing better than they played all season these last few games. But I think the Colts aren't the Colts playing for like the division right now.
Colts are
They
playing
in a
for their
three-way
division.
tie.
Yeah, I mean they playing for the division, and they're also playing for the wild card if they don't win the division. So they gotta. There's a lot of ways the Colts to get into the playoffs. So
Yeah, I like the Colts today. Give me the Colts today. Is your boy back this week? The receiver, Michael Pittman, he back?
They're saying he's supposed to be. I think he's questionable, but from the Colts fans that I know, they're saying that they expect him to play.
If he playing, give me Michael Pittman for 50 yards. Give me Gardner Minshew. No, Jonathan Taylor back. Give me Jonathan Taylor. 50 rushing. Give me him for 75 rushing. I think he's gonna have a pretty good game. Give me 75 and an anytime touchdown for Jonathan Taylor. Um, and the Raiders give me what's that running back, bro? Not Josh Jacobs, the backup.
What's his name? His last name is White. I think
Yeah,
it's Zahir White or something like that.
give me him for like 25 or 35 rushing yards today, man. He been pretty much getting some of those carries. They be having Josh Jacobs line so high. I don't really like messing with him. And give me Devontae Adams 50 yards.
Yeah. So when I look at this game, it's the Colts got a lot of ways to get in the playoffs, and for people that don't know, the Raiders have an outside shot to win the AFC West. If the Chiefs lose their last two games and the Raiders win their last two games, the Raiders would win the division. So I mean, like the Raiders are sitting with a chance to do that. They're also 7-8. So if they're to win this game, they'd be 8-8, and they give themselves an outside chance at a wild card. In case some like crazy stuff happens with like the 6 and the 7 seed. Um, so the way I view this game is I just think the Raiders got so high to play the Chiefs and beat the Chiefs that I think they're susceptible to like a letdown game. And I think that's what they're susceptible in this situation. Um, so I'm gonna take the Colts. I think the Colts should win the game. Um, Prop wise, I think JT gets in the end zone again because JT got in the end zone last week. Um, and Zach Moss has already been declared out, so JT gonna get the majority of the carries. So give me an anytime touchdown by JT. Also, I think he goes about 70, 80 yards today. So give me that. Give me Pittman for 5 receptions, 50 yards. I think coming back, he should be able to do that against that secondary. Um, and then on the Raiders side, Jacobs, I know he didn't play last week. I think he's playing this week. So, I mean, if Jacobs is playing, I mean, give me Jacobs for about 70, 75 yards. And I think he'll also get in the end zone. I think Devontae has a bounce back game because he only had 1 reception last game. So I'm going to take Devontae for 60 yards. And then give me Jacoby Myers for 40 yards as well. Um,
Oh,
and
I
the
forgot
over,
about Jacoby Myers.
yeah,
Add him to
yeah,
my ticket too.
yeah. I mean, Jacoby gonna eat. I mean, just because of Devontae. So I mean, that's the whole reason behind that. As far as the over under goes, I think it's gonna go over, man, because the Colts secondary is not the greatest. They tend to give up a good amount of yards through the air. Um, so I'm gonna ride with the over on that one. The next game is the Rams at the Giants. Rams are 5.5 point favorites, and the over under is 43.5.
You could take this first, man.
So
I'm probably going with the Rams though.
yeah, this is another tough one, but I'm gonna go with the Rams, man. The Rams are one of the hottest teams in the NFL. I mean, other than the Bills, I think the Rams. I mean, other than the Bills and well, the Bills and the Ravens, like like those teams are on winning streaks. I think the Rams are one of the hottest teams in the NFC right now. Their offense is cooking with fish grease. So I'm gonna take them, and I mean the Giants are in a similar situation. They've been eliminated from the playoffs. There really is nothing that they're playing for. So the best thing to do is just to lose and get the highest draft pick they can. I think they're sitting in that 5 to 10 range right now. So I mean, they win too many games in these last two games. It could push them out the top 10. I don't think that's what they want. So yeah, so I'm gonna take the Rams minus the 5.5. I think this game goes over as well because of the Rams offense. Uh, I think Stafford's throwing for 250 and 2 touchdowns. Um, I think Cooper Kupp gonna have a bounce back game because I mean Puka had the great game last week. So I mean give me Cooper Kupp 80 yards and a touchdown. Also give me Puka for 50 yards on about 4 or 5 receptions, and also like Higbee for 25 yards. The Giants side, give me Saquon for anytime touchdown. Um, and give me Saquon for about 30 to 40 receiving yards. I don't really love. I mean, I get it that Tyrod's playing, but the only receiver that I really trust on that team will be Wendell Robinson. And I might consider taking him for maybe like 25 or 40 yards.
I don't know if I trust the Giants with anything, bro. I mean, I don't know. I listen. I had a ticket last week, J Mick. I'm thinking the dude Darren Waller could get these. I had him for 25 yards. He ain't even get that. I'm like, bruh. He had zero receiving yards to the fourth quarter. Then he had 12. I'm like, bro, this is wild. But all right. So I'm probably going with the Rams. Give me Puka. Give me Puka for like anywhere from 50 to 75 yards. Give me Cooper Cup for 50 yards. Give me Matthew Stafford passing yards. Give me him for 1.5 passing touchdowns. Um, Give me Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown and 75 rushing yards. They're not gonna trust Tyrod too much today. Um, and give me what's the yeah, that's it. That's it for me. I ain't gonna push it too much.
I don't blame you for not pushing it too much with the Giants, man. Um, the next game we're gonna touch is the Cardinals at the Eagles. Eagles are 12-point favorites. Over and under is 48 and a half.
All right, so this game, the Cardinals are gonna come out and play hard. They play hard all year. Every game they play hard. But um, I don't know. I've been searching for this bounce back game for the Eagles for a few weeks, and last week, if Dallas Goedert don't slip and Jalen Hurts throw the pick six, that game probably gets a little bit out of control for the Giants last week. Um, but I think this one gonna be a little bit of revenge, man. I mean, I think we're gonna come out and play with a little bit more of urgency. I don't know about that 12. I would if I was you, I would probably go with a touchdown. I would if you want a safe bet with the money. But if you want to follow me, I'm taking the Eagles minus 12. Um, Give me Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown. Give me DeAndre Swift anytime touchdown. Give me AJ Brown for 125 yards and an anytime touchdown.
For me, I just can't take like the Eagles have done enough to show me that I cannot take them minus the 12. I mean, a lot of their games end up being real close. They go down to the wire. So until they show me
Yeah,
that
but
they
you,
can,
yeah, but Jamie, the only reason I'm taking them minus 12 because I'm paying attention to what's going on, and my receiving AJ Brown and my offense, they real pissed off right now, and I think they coming in with some urgency. And Josh Sweat, he came out in the public and said we need to whoop their ass.
I mean, I feel what you're saying, but the problem with the Cardinals is the Cardinals can come out and just play you hard. I mean, they've gotten blown out a couple games, but and that's why I say this. Like, I don't like. I think the Eagles is going to win the game. I don't doubt that at all. Like, I don't see them losing at all. I just don't see them covering by almost 2 touchdowns. So that's what I'm saying. Give me the Cardinals plus the 12. Um, I mean, I just think somehow the Cardinals y'all might be up by 14 or 17, and then the Cardinals get like a last minute touchdown drive to end the game with like a drive to nowhere situation where it don't really affect the game, but they score a touchdown and they like do some sort of like backhand cover. Um, as far as the props go, give me Jalen Hurts for 225. Give me him for I'm taking Jalen Hurts every week for anytime touchdown, man. Like until Swift starts scoring touchdowns on a weekly basis, I gotta take Jalen Hurts for an anytime touchdown.
Nah,
Uh,
if it's 1 yard, Jimmy, you ain't gonna never get a Swift touchdown. They got to be three or
yeah,
better. And he got to get in from three or better.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna take Hurts for the anytime touchdown. Um, I'm gonna take AJ Brown with a bounce back because AJ Brown hasn't really had great games over the last month. So I'm gonna take AJ for about 80 yards and a touchdown.
He had
Um,
a
I'm
sleep game last week, and I still didn't think it was a good game. He almost had like what 80. He had what 6 catches
I
for 80.
I thought he had like 60 or 70 yards last week.
Yeah,
Um,
I think he had 6 catches for 80. But he's so pissed off at the media and at what's going on. I think that motherfucker finna have one of them games again, J man. I just feel it in my soul.
I mean, he might. I mean, but I'm taking him for about 80 yards and a touchdown. But I also think Smitty get off too, though. I think Smitty go for about 60 and a touchdown as well. Um, and then I also think that Swift could probably get about 40, 50 rushing yards in this game. On the Cardinals side, I feel like Kyler Murray gonna be running for his life. So I mean, give me Kyler Murray for 25 rushing yards. Give me James Conner for about 50 rushing yards. And like the Arizona tight end like McBride, like, I love the dude because the dude he plays well every week. He puts up the numbers every week. So I think McBride can get about 50 yards and a touchdown too.
All right.
So I mean, like the next game at 1 o'clock is the Saints at the Bucks. The Bucks are 2.5 point favorites. Over under is 42 and a half, and pretty much the division is on the line for the Saints. The Saints win the game, they keep their hopes alive to win the division. If they lose, the Bucks pretty much have the division.
Bucks versus Saints. Ooh, Lord. I mean, what's the caller been playing pretty good, man? Baker Mayfield been kind of playing pretty consistently this year. And Derek Carr been playing bad. I didn't see this coming. So give me where it's at. It's in New Orleans.
Nah, it's in Tampa Bay.
Man, give me the Bucks. Give me Mike Evans anytime touchdown. Give me Godwin for 50 yards. Give me Baker Mayfield. Ooh, I want to go with 200. Think he'll have a pretty good game. Give me Baker Mayfield for 200. Um, and give me Alvin Kamara anytime touchdown, and give me Chris Olave receptions.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at this game, I see two teams going in opposite directions. Like I see the Bucks, they've been playing well the last month, playing to their potential, or even playing over their potential. And then I look at the Saints, and they're not playing to their potential. Derek Carr is playing really, really bad. I mean, Kamara didn't really do anything in the game that they had last week. I mean, Chris Olave had a good game. And I mean, I just look at the two teams going the opposite direction, and I got to take the Bucks. I'll take the Bucks minus the 2.5. The over under is 42 and a half. The Saints defense ain't really been playing that great, so I'm also gonna roll with the over too. As far as the props go on the Saints side, give me Kamara for about 40 rushing yards and 25 receiving yards. I think Chris Olave has another good game like he had last week, so I think he's going to have about 70, 80 yards and a touchdown. I'll say 70 and a touchdown. Um, give me Shaheed for anytime touchdown because that's pretty much their deep threat. On the Buck side, it's funny because Mike Evans and Godwin seem to alternate weeks, and so like Mike Evans had a great game last week. So I think that it's Godwin's turn to have a really good game. So I'm gonna take uh Godwin for about 70 yards and a touchdown. And historically, Mike Evans does not play that well against the Saints, anyways. Um, so I'm gonna
Oh
take Mike
shit, yeah,
Evans.
take him off my list for that anytime. I forgot they playing the Saints.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take Mike for me 40 yards, and give me Rashad White for anytime touchdown and 40 rushing yards. So that's how I see that game. The next game is the 49ers at the Commanders. 49ers are 13.5 point favorites. Over under is 49 and a half.
Yeah, you could take this one first.
Man, this is another example of two teams going opposite directions. The 49ers lost I mean, they got, like they got out physical last week. I'm not going to sugarcoat it with the Ravens. I mean, they got beat up. And the injury report reflects that. But even with all that being said, give me the 49ers minus the 13 and a half. The Commanders were supposed to be starting Jacoby Brissett, and then news came out yesterday that he might have pulled his hamstring in practice yesterday. I mean, I look at the Commanders as the team that just can't do right.
Fake
They
injury.
they ain't really done right for the last 15, 20 years. So, yeah, I don't like the prospects of the game for them. I think it's going to be a complete blowout. Um, I think Brock kind of gets back on track. I think Brock throws for 250. I think Christian McCaffrey runs for 100. He gets 25 receiving yards. I think Debo and IU get in the end zone. And then I think they both get 50 yards receiving. And on the Commander side, as long as Sam Howell don't play, give me Scary Terry's yards. Give me him for 50 yards. And give me Dotson if he plays for 40 yards. But other than that,
Hold
and
on.
who
So
is the
who playing?
quarterback
I thought it
again?
was gonna be Sam.
It might be Sam. I mean, I don't know. Like the Jacoby thing came out of nowhere, so he is still a possibility. He hasn't been ruled out yet, so he can still play.
Man,
Um,
that man ain't trying to play against them boys, man. That man know what it is. That man know what's
I mean,
coming.
would you? Would you want to play with that offensive line? I wouldn't want to play either. I mean, I
Nah,
would say
I
you can
definitely
just
would
make
want
me
to play.
inactive. You can make me
Yeah,
inactive for the game. I'd be
that's
like,
a
because the
fake injury though,
49ers,
man. I feel like he faked that.
I mean, he might, but the 49ers going to be angry as hell going into that game after last week. I would not want to be the quarterback playing against that defense this week.
I mean, but Jacoby could be the hometown hero or something, man. He could pull off the miracle or something. I don't know.
I mean, I don't even know where he's from, so I don't even know what the hometown thing. But I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, he could be from the DMV area. I don't know.
No, I'm just talking about. I was speaking for simple. My bad.
I mean, for my sake, I mean, I hope the Commanders do win for my sake, but I just don't see it.
Nah, no way, no way, no way, no how do I see them being able to win that game. But if you wanted me to take some props, um, let me see. I'll take Brandon Ayuk for his receiving yards. I'm not gonna touch his touchdowns. Give me Debo Samuel anytime touchdown and his receiving yards. Give me CMC anytime touchdown. And his yards, either way you want to go, receiving or rushing. He gonna have a day to day. I guess you can give me Brock Purdy for 250, um, and two passing touchdowns, and give me Terry McLaurin yards and anytime touchdown. Give me Jahan Dotson yards, and give me I don't even know what running back y'all got playing today, so I'm gonna leave that alone. All right,
I
I'm gonna
mean,
keep
what
it
I mean
moving.
for the Commanders, you mean?
Y'all know is Robinson playing?
Uh, I mean, I know that they put the Rodriguez kid on the injured reserve. I know that. So it's either going to be Gibson or Robinson. I don't know. It might just be Gibson. I think. I don't even. I couldn't tell you.
Dang, you see what Simple say the score gonna be, bro? He said 50-13. God,
I mean, they'd be lucky to get to 13.
I don't
I ain't
even
gonna lie.
see it. I don't even see the 13.
I mean, they literally got the worst defense in the league. Literally. I
Oh,
mean,
never mind,
so
Simple. Then if you ain't got Robinson playing, I ain't going with no rushing yards. All right, let's go to the next game, brother.
I mean, they don't want to run the ball anyway. I actually forgot. I mean, give me a CMC anytime touchdown too. I actually forgot about that. Um, Next game is Panthers at the Jaguars. The
God damn.
Jaguars are 4-point favorites. The over under is 38 and a half. And the important thing to remember is Trevor Lawrence has already been ruled out for this game. And that's
Trevor
why the
Lawrence is
line is
out.
so low. Yeah, Trevor not playing, and the reason why the line is 4 is because before he got ruled out, the line was a touchdown. So that's why the line is so low, is because he's not playing. So
But I hate to ask this question, but is it possible these people gonna miss the playoffs, bro?
if they don't win at least one of these next two games or not win out, it's possible, man, because you got to understand there's a lot of teams that's lurking at 7-8, 8-7. There's a lot of them. And so if you don't handle your business against the Panthers and the Titans, um, yeah, it's definitely possible that they don't make the playoffs. I don't think so. I think they're going to beat the Panthers, and I think they're going to beat the Titans next week. But it's not out of the question that they can miss the playoffs.
All right, so I'm gonna ride with the Jazz because I ain't seen the Panthers do nothing successful all year. They got 3 wins, 2 wins, whatever they got. They're horrible. But I don't really know. I don't really know if I'm touching many props other than probably Travis Etienne. Give me his rushing yards and an anytime touchdown. Um, maybe give me Ingram receiving yards. Maybe 25 or 35 receiving yards. And yeah, I ain't gonna mess with nobody else on that side. For the Panthers, you can give me Adam Thielen receptions. That's all I'm touching.
Yeah, I mean, even with Trevor not playing, I mean, they still got a lot of weapons on offense. And also because the backup quarterback is going to be C.J. Beathard, right? So all C.J. Beathard got to do is just manage the game. Like, don't try to be Captain America and try to be this All American quarterback that you're not. Just manage the offense. Don't make mistakes, and I mean they should be fine. Uh, I'm gonna take Jags money line. I'm not. I'm saying all that to say I'm not about to take the Jags -4 with a backup quarterback. I'll just take them money line. Taking them money line. As far as the prop goes on the um on the Jag side, so when Trevor Lawrence got hurt in that Monday Night Football game where we all thought he had a high ankle sprain, when CJ Beathard came into the game, CJ Beathard was exclusively throwing to Parker Washington. And I think that's just the guy, because Parker didn't start, like he wasn't a starter to start
So that's who he getting his most reps with, huh?
yeah, because Parker Washington's a rookie because they drafted him out of Penn State.
Okay,
So
yeah.
so I think Parker could get a lot of work this week. So I think Parker can get about 4 receptions for 40 yards, something like that. I mean, just to be conservative. I also think Ingram's going to get about 50 yards. I think Ingram's probably going to be their main weapon in the passing game. I don't trust Calvin Ridley at all, even though Calvin Ridley had 2 touchdowns last week. I don't trust him, so I'm not putting him on my ticket. And I also think they're going to have to depend on running the ball. So I think they're going to have to depend on Etienne, and I think Etienne gets about 50 yards and an anytime touchdown. Um, and you can also add on that Ingram should get in the end zone too. On the Panthers side, Bryce is playing a lot better. So for me, I think Bryce Young should be able to throw for at least 200 yards in this game. I mean, the Jaguars have been kind of susceptible to the pass the last couple of weeks. Um, I think Adam Thielen should be able to get about 50 yards or so. And rushing, Hubbard is pretty much taking over the job. So, I mean, give me Hubbard for about 50 yards, and I think Hubbard can get into the end zone as well.
Give me Miles Sanders for 0 yards. Can I take that?
You could take him for his under. Shit, you could definitely do that.
I probably will because that dude been horrible, and everybody told me he was top tier. We lost a top tier running back. Don't look too
Mm,
top tier to me right now.
I mean, I had a discussion off season with a bunch of people in the space, and I was like, they was talking about Miles Sanders. I'm like, yeah, he's mid. And someone was arguing with us. Oh, he's average. And I was like, no, bro, he's mid. He's not average. There's a difference between being average and being mid. He's mid,
He's
and
below
that's why.
average. He's
Yeah,
mid.
he's mid. Yeah, he's mid. Yeah. So I mean, that's why he hasn't had. That's why he hasn't had any impact for the Panthers. That's why Chuba Hubbard has had the bigger impact. Um. So yeah. Moving on to
Man,
the next game, probably if not the game of the week, the second game of the week. It is the Dolphins at the Ravens. Ravens are favored by 3.5. Over and under is 46.5.
you can take this first.
Uh, this is also a tough one to call, man, because if you look at the history of these two teams, like the last 2 years, they played each other the last 2 years, and the Dolphins have beaten the Ravens the last 2 years. They beat them. Well, they beat them at the bank, which is where the Ravens played last year, and then the previous year they beat them in Miami on that Monday Night Football game where they were zero blitzing Lamar Jackson the whole game. So the Dolphins kind of have their number a little bit. But even to say all that, I actually like the Ravens. This might be a situation where this might be a Ravens letdown game because they were primed to beat the 49ers like they did last week. And they did that, and it's just, it's a game that they could come back down to earth. But I think the factor that they've lost the last 2 years to, to this Dolphins team, I just think it's a chance for them to get some revenge, and I think they're going to take that revenge. Now, as far as the props goes, I'm going to take Gus Edwards for 40 yards. I'm going to take Lamar Jackson to run for 50 and to throw for about 200. Um, I think Lamar gets an anytime touchdown this week. And I also think Isaiah likely gets into the end zone as well. On the Dolphins side, give me Tyree Hill for 100. Jalen Waddle is out with a high ankle sprain, so I'm definitely taking Hill with the 100 yards and the touchdown. I also think Mostert gets into the end zone. I mean, for those that don't know, I think Mostert has almost 20 total touchdowns on the year. So I mean, he's been playing really, really well. Um, and I definitely think the game goes over.
Yeah, I'm with Mick. Give me the Ravens today. I don't think the Dolphins can't win this game. It's a possibility, but I like the Ravens are kind of rolling right now. They're a hot hand. Give me Tyreek Hill, anytime touchdown. Give me him for 100 receiving yards. Give me Raheem Mostert anytime touchdown. Um, Give me A Chain receiving yards. I think it's at like something like 25 and a half. Give me A Chain receiving yards. Without Waddle there, I think they'll use the running backs in the game a little bit more today. On the Ravens side, give me Lamar Jackson 200 passing yards. Give me Isaiah Likely anytime touchdown. Give me Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown. And I know this is a sleeper pick, but I'm gonna go with Zay Flowers anytime touchdown today, man.
Yeah, it's not that much of a sleeper. He definitely scored last week, I believe. So
He ain't
um,
scored that much this year though, as much as I thought he would.
nah, he hasn't. But I think that's because of the run game. I mean, like like the Ravens score a lot on the ground versus through the air. So I think that's the reason why he hasn't scored as many touchdowns as people expect him to.
True, true.
All right, so we'll move on to the next one. Next one is the Titans at the Texans. Texans are 4-point favorites. Over under is 43 and a half, and CJ Stroud will be playing
It's
in this
bad.
game.
Give me the Texans, man. I'm kind of like with this game. It's kind of the same way I was with the Panthers. Like the Titans really ain't showed me they can show up. They've been getting beat and slaughtered a lot. They haven't really been the same. Derrick Henry looks like he's dragging his left foot. Um, give me the Texans. Give me CJ Stroud for a bounce back off this 2 week hiatus from the injury. Give me CJ Stroud for 225. Give me him for two passing touchdowns. Give me what's the receiver name? Is he back? They number one
Receiver.
Nico.
Nico was back last week, so yeah, he'll be
Uh,
playing in this game.
yeah, so give me Nico. Give me Dalton Schultz. Uh, give me both of them for their receiving yards, and give me Derrick Henry for I don't even know. Nah, don't give me Derrick Henry for nothing because the last time he played the Texans, he got shut down. So I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
Give me D Hop though. Give me D Hop for 50 receiving yards.
For me, I like the Texans. I mean, when CJ plays, the Texans are a much better team. He's been out the last 2 weeks, so that's why the offense has been kind of struggling. So, I mean, give me them minus the 4. Um, and I just think like they're in a position where they kind of control their own destiny because, well, as far as the wild card goes, I think because if they win this week and then they play the Colts next week and they beat the Colts, at the very minimum, I think they're going to get a wild card. But if the Jags slip up anywhere, they can win the division as well. Um, so I do like the Texans in the game. Give me CJ for 225 and 2 touchdowns. I think one of those touchdowns goes to Nico. Um, and then also give me Singletary for 50 rushing yards. He's kind of taken over the job. I mean, over the duration of the season. And I also like Nico for about, like I said, Nico's going to get in the end zone, and I also like him for about 80 yards as well. I think he's going to have a really good game. The Titans secondary is not the greatest, and it hasn't been that way all season. On the Titan side, I believe Tannehill is playing possibly, but I think there's talks that Levis might play, but I'm not certain on that. But I mean, either way, like I don't think it matters. I mean, like I do like D Hop for 50 yards and a touchdown. I do like Derrick Henry for about 50 yards, and I think he gets in the end zone too. Um, and the over under is what on this game? 43 and a half. I I mean, I can see it going under or I can see it going over, so I'm not really going to touch that. I'll just kind of leave that alone. The next game is the first 4 o'clock game. It is the Steelers at the Seahawks. Seahawks are 3.5 point favorites, and the over under is 40 and a half.
Um, shit, the Steelers been looking bad, bro. Mason Rudolph, did Mason Rudolph have a pretty good game last week?
I mean, Mason Rudolph lit the Bengals defense on fire.
Um, I don't even know, man. This is a tough one. I think I'm gonna ride with the. I don't know. I'm gonna ride with the Seahawks, man. I don't know. The Steelers been up and down. They haven't really been able to consistently have good offense. They have a great defense over there though. So I probably would take the under in this game. I don't think it'll be many points scored. Um, and I ain't really sure on the props. I'm probably not gonna touch this game on the props because every time I play with one of these teams and I get them on my props, they never show up. So I'm gonna leave their props alone. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, for me, I went against the Steelers last week and I got burned because they won against the Bengals. But I'm gonna press my luck, man. I'm going with the Seahawks. I'm gonna press my luck against the Pittsburgh Steelers one more time. Because I just don't I don't believe in them. I'm sorry, like I just don't. Like, I've seen enough from their offense to know that the Seahawks don't have the greatest defense in the world, but the Seahawks got a lot of speed on that defense. I think that can really neutralize the Steelers and the Mason Rudolph plays. I think the Seahawks can, I mean, have a better defensive performance in my opinion. As far as the props go, uh, the Seahawks, give me. I mean, DK gonna be going against Sutton. I think that's a very good matchup for him. So I'm gonna take DK for 60 yards and a touchdown. I'm gonna take Tyler Lockett for 40 yards, and I'm gonna take JSN for 25 yards. Kenneth Walker should be able to get off in this game. Like I think he'll go for about 50 yards and a touchdown. I'm not gonna touch Geno Smith's passing yards because I just don't trust Geno Smith. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, he should be able to get 200, but I don't trust him. On the Steelers side, um, I'll take Jalen Warren for 25 rushing yards. I'm gonna take Najee Harris for 40. I think Najee can get in the end zone too, because the Seahawks rushing defense is not the greatest either.
you
Um,
think Pickens gonna go crazy again?
nah, see, I think what's gonna happen, I think Deontay Johnson gonna go crazy. Well, not go crazy, but I think he's gonna have a better game than Pickens will. So I'm gonna take Deontay Johnson for about 50 yards, and I'm gonna take Pickens for about 40.
Uh, I
But I
really
mean,
didn't know what to touch, man. I've been trying those dudes all year, and every time one of them
I mean,
failed me. Just
the funny thing to me is like whenever you bet on the one guy, the other guy go off. I mean, you bet on the other guy, and then the guy that you bet on the previous week, he go off. So it's just it's hard. The Steelers are hard to bet on because they have no consistency at quarterback, and when you don't have that, it's hard to be able to kind of pick these props and try to cash out. It's just, I mean, it is what it is, I
Pickett
guess.
hurt, or is Kenny Pickett just benched?
He was hurt. He had that high ankle, like he had like that tightrope surgery for the high ankle sprain. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if he's coming back this week. I haven't really heard anything out the Steelers camp, so you might not know that until tomorrow. But even if he does, like I think Mason Rudolph at this point in the season just might be better than him right now. Because I mean, Pickett was playing terrible this year. So I mean, it's hard to say. Um, the next game, yeah, you can call this a tankathon, but next game is the Chargers at the Broncos. Broncos are favored by 3.5, and the over under is 36 and a half.
who's that backup quarterback that's gonna be playing this week?
For the Broncos, it's Stidham, and for the Chargers, it's Easton Stick.
Yeah, I knew it was Easton. Stidham is trash. Stidham is horrible, bro. Jesus Christ, this is gonna be a nasty game. Jesus. Who do I ride with on this game here? Give me the Chargers, man. I don't really know how, but I think Easton Stick gonna play better than Jared Stidham, and that's gonna be the difference in the game. Give me, and I don't really know who to take, but if I was taking anybody, it'd probably be the rushing game. Give me Williams for 35. Um, I'm gonna take Jerry Judy receptions. I got a feeling that he gonna hit Jerry Judy a few times, and Easton Stick. Give me um who playing for them? Man,
Keenan Allen's out. Um,
fake injury.
well, I mean, if my quarterback, I mean, like you're not gonna have me playing with Easton Stick, man. And I'm Keenan. I'm over 30 years old. I got hamstring issues, and I didn't get hurt the whole season. The hell with y'all. Like I'm not. I don't blame Keenan, man. I'm not doing that, and they're not playing for nothing. So why would I play? Makes no
True.
sense.
So yeah, I ain't gonna mess with too many props on that end since I don't really know who playing. And I don't trust Quentin or Quentin Johnson for nothing in the world. So just give me the
Um,
Chargers and yeah, I'm gonna ride like that. I guess.
yeah, I don't know, man. Like this
I
game
really
is
want to
just
pick the
like,
Broncos because I don't know who's gonna win though. Can I pick
yeah,
a
I don't.
tie?
I mean, yeah, that's what you want to do.
Yeah,
I mean, you
zero
definitely.
zero tie for the first time in the NFL.
For me, I can only go up with the Chargers. Like, obviously, people know the whole stat that when you fire your coach, the team normally plays better that first week, and that's what they did against the Bills last week. Um, it's a hard game, man. Like, I don't like. I'm not sure because Stidham hasn't played all season, so I don't know what Stidham is going to do. Um,
Facts.
and I mean, the Broncos just did not look good last week. So, and they just benched what's his name, Russell Wilson. And then Russell came out, and there's a lot of turmoil like around that team right now.
How you feel
Um,
about that, bro? Them benching him because he wouldn't take it out of his contract.
man, I mean, he stood tall, like he stood on his 10 because if he did what they wanted him to do, they probably would have cut him at the end of the season anyways. So instead of giving them a relief on the money, he's keeping all his money. So for like all the talk that Russ is like this simple ass dude, or that Russ is this simp. I mean, he made the right decision in my estimation, because he's gonna get
I
that
think
money.
so too. You ain't gonna
So,
get that
but
bird.
yeah, but with all that
I
being
think they
said,
still gonna cut him though.
oh yeah, I mean they're still gonna cut him, but he's gonna get his money. Versus if he would have restructured, he might not have got all the money that he's supposed to get. So I give Russ. I don't really like Russ that much, but I give Russ credit for like standing on his 10 on his contract that he signed, and he's gonna stick with it. But as far as the game goes, like I said, like the Chargers played well. There's a lot of turmoil going on with the Broncos, so I'm gonna take the Chargers plus the 3.5. I don't know if they win, but I think it's close, and that they can keep it close. And I mean, from that perspective, um, the only props that I really love in this game, I mean, Cortland Sutton got a concussion, so I don't know if he's gonna play. But I mean, give me Eckler for like 4 receptions and like 25 yards. Give me Palmer for the Chargers for like 50 yards. And on the Bronco side, I guess give me Javonte Williams for like 40 yards. Um, and if Sutton plays, I like it for anytime touchdown. But if he don't play, then give me Judy for the anytime touchdown.
Her. That's gonna be another horrible game to watch, bro.
Yeah, it is. The next game is the Bengals at the Chiefs. Bengals. Chiefs are -6.5. Over under is 43.5.
Is the Jake Browning experiment over? Has he been exposed?
I just think he had one bad game. I mean, I think Jake Browning is a solid backup. I just think when you have those division games sometimes, man, like those like the Steelers know the Bengals and the Bengals know the Steelers. So the Steelers know what the Bengals want to do. And they showed that they knew what they wanted to do, and they shut them down. So and they didn't have Jamar Chase either, man. So I mean, not to have your best receiver as a backup is still kind of tough.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs, man. But I don't really know if they're gonna cover that spread. I probably take the Chiefs money line. Um, I probably take Isaiah Pacheco rushing yards. I'll take Travis Kelsey for the anytime touchdown today. He hasn't had one in a while. I think he get in the end zone. Um, give me Rasheed Rice for give me him for like 4 receptions, 50 yards. And then on the other side, give me Jamar Chase anytime touchdown, and give me is Joe Mixon playing, right? Ain't nobody playing now, right?
Yeah, he should be playing. He's not hurt at all, so he should be
Give
fine.
me give me Joe Mixon for 50 yards.
Yeah, so the way I look at this game is I'm not betting the Chiefs minus 6 now. I'm not doing it. Like until that offense could prove something to me, I'm not taking them with none of these spreads. So I'll take them. I'll take the Chiefs money line. Like I'm not gonna get off the Chiefs bandwagon all the way, but as far as them taking like a touchdown, like their offense is not good. It's just not. Um, so I'll take them money line. I think the game does go over because I think it's gonna be like a 24-20 kind of game or maybe a 26-20 kind of game. Because like the Bengals defense has not really performed like it did the previous year. Prop wise, give me Patrick Mahomes. Give me Patrick Mahomes for 250. Give me Rasheed Rice for 70 yards and a touchdown. Um, they just placed McKinnon on IR, so pretty much the backs are, I mean Edwards, Hilaire, and Pacheco, but Pacheco had a concussion, so I don't know if Pacheco's going to play this week. I mean, if
Mm,
Pacheco was to play, I take him for the 50 yards and a touchdown, but if he doesn't, I take Edwards, Hilaire for about 40 yards.
I ain't
Um,
taking it was Hilaire for nothing. That boy is horrible.
but if he's the only running back they have, they got to run the ball. They can't I mean, probably can't just throw it 50 times a game. And then you get
Yeah.
Mahomes killed because you see what happened to him last week. Because I mean, the Rays were hitting him a lot last week, so they got to run with somebody. Travis Kelsey, I'll take him for the 50 yards, man. I don't trust him, man, because he's dropping a lot of passes. He's not really scoring, so I'm not going. I can't trust him to get in the end zone. Um, on what the Bengals side, give me T Higgins for 60 yards and a touchdown. Give me Mixon for 40 yards on the ground, and then give me Jake Browning for like 200 passing yards. And also give me Mahomes for two passing touchdowns.
No Jamar Chase anytime?
I don't even know if Jamar Chase is gonna play. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I know he
they ain't really
questionable.
they ain't said, so I'm gonna stay until I know. I'm gonna stay off, but if Jamar Chase just played, then you kind of got to change up your props and stuff. So, um,
Yeah.
last game of the week because we have no Monday Night Football game because of the national championship game.
And no
Um,
Thursday after this. No Mondays or
no,
Thursday. Yeah.
nah, I mean the playoffs are here, man. When the playoffs get here, there's no more Thursday night football. So for y'all that I mean for the hundreds of people that be complaining about Thursday night football, you ain't gotta complain about it this week. Um,
Nope.
last game of the week is the Packers at the Vikings. The Vikings are favored by -1, and the over under is 43 and a half.
What's the implications on this game? I know somebody playing for the division, right? Nobody?
Nah, I mean the when the Lions beat the Vikings
Oh
last
yeah,
week,
the
the
Lions locked
Lions
it up.
is the
They locked it up.
so
Oh.
both of these teams are 7-8. Both of these teams are trying to get into that last playoff seed in the NFC. So pretty much whoever loses this game is out the playoffs.
And it's Vikings, Packers, and it's at Vikings.
It's at Vikings.
Who playing quarterback for the Vikings? Is it gonna be the dude Nate again?
I think somebody was telling me they benched him. I think it might be the I mean rookie kid, what's his name? It's
Oh
Jared
man.
something. Jared
Oh
something.
yeah.
He's a rookie. I forgot his last name.
Yeah, right. Give me Jared Love and the Packers, man. I don't know nothing. I mean we seen dude play before. Remember he played the one week before and he got
Jared
hurt.
Hall. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jared Hall. That's his name.
he played that week. They got Dobbs, but Dobbs ended up still having to play because he got hurt. Remember?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be able to get the job done, but I'll take Jordan Love. Um, who all playing for Jordan Love? I know they've been having some injuries over there on the offensive end. Who's the running back this week? Is it Dylan or is it
They got
Jones?
both the running backs. It's um um they have what Aaron Jones and Dylan. They both played last week, so they both should be playing again.
Okay.
Uh,
Give me.
but the only thing I tell you is Christian Watson is doubtful, so he's probably not gonna play again.
That's another dude I was just gonna ask you about. Is he playing? So give me Reed. Receptions. Give me AJ Dillon for 25. Give me Jordan Love for over 199 and a half. And give me uh what's the running back for the Vikings name? Um, um
The Vikings got two running backs. They got
Madison and
Ty
somebody
Chandler.
else.
Yeah, they got Ty Chandler and Madison. I trust Ty Chandler more than I do Madison.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right now.
Give me Chandler for 50 yards rushing.
Um, yeah, when I look at this game, it's hard to call. I'm gonna take the Vikings play better at home, so I'm gonna go with the Vikings. When Jared Hall played the first time, he didn't have Jettis, and Jettis has showed you over the last couple of weeks, even with Nick Mullins, he's
Just
still
get
able
me the
to
rock.
produce. Yeah, he's still like it doesn't. There's certain wide receivers in this league. It does not matter who their quarterback is; they're going to produce. And Jettis is one of those guys. Like I think there's like three or four guys like that. It does not matter who their quarterback is; that they're going to give you numbers and they're going to produce. No matter who it is. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings. I'm not really like that confident in it because I mean it's -1 and they're playing at home. So I mean take that for what it's worth. Prop wise, on the Viking side, give me Jettis. I think Jettis still gonna play well. So give me Jettis for like 80 yards and a TD. I think Jordan Addison has a bounce back game because Jordan didn't really play that well last week. So I'm gonna give me Jordan Addison for about 50 yards on 4 receptions. And also TJ Hawkinson he tore his ACL, so I mean like the usage for Addison and Jettis is gonna be a lot higher than it normally would be. Um, and then I think Ty Chandler should be able to get in the end zone as well. On the Packers side, give me Jordan Love for about 225. I think he throws for 1 touchdown. I think Jordan Reed will. I mean, it's kind of what you Smitty said. Jordan Reed, not Jordan Reed, but Jaden Reed will get that touchdown. I don't know if the other rookie wide receiver Wicks is going to play because he got hurt last week too. So pretty much it sounds like it's a Reed and Dubes kind of game. So I mean, give me Dubes for about 50 yards and a touchdown too.
Oh, I forgot about Dobbs. Ain't it what his name is? Dubes, Dobbs,
Dubes,
whatever.
Dobbs, yeah, whatever his
Yeah,
name
I
is.
forgot about him. Yeah, I'd take him for 50 yards too. Take him for 50
Yeah,
yards. That's the last game, man.
that's the last game of the week, man. We have no Monday Night Football game because of the because of the national champ. Well, not the national championship game is not this Monday. I think it's the next Monday.
No,
Yeah,
it's this
yeah.
Monday.
Nah, because the playoff games are this Monday. So it's like yeah. So I mean, the national championship game is not this Monday, but the two semifinal games are this Monday.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The first games of the CFP is Monday.
Yeah, Bama and Michigan and Washington at Texas.
Yeah,
So
those are gonna be
yeah,
some good games, man. Well, we won't see y'all, man, until after the new year, man. So happy New Year's from the check down to your families. Uh, and y'all be safe out there with the fireworks and all that stuff, and don't get too drunk, man. Enjoy the holidays. And we appreciate y'all for coming out every week, man. And y'all know what it is. Until next time, Jay, make anything for the people?
nah, man, same thing. Man, Happy New Year. Just I mean, if you're going out on a New Year's Eve, man, just be careful with the people drinking and driving and all that. Just I mean, make sure you make it home safe, man. That's about it for me.
Well, man, peace, love, and hair grease, man. And on that note, we out.